staying safely on my own side of the fence, what I can offer is a hint or two of what I was thinking of in terms of cinematic style and substance, or less pompously, what kind of film it was that I set out to make. What was thematic, what was planned, and what was accidental. In Olivier's Othello, which was a cinematic record of the stage production, its core was the shocking spectacle of a man reverting to savagery, eaten up by jealousy, until he murders the woman he loves. My film, by contrast, tried to depict a whole world in collapse. A world that is a metaphor, not just for Othello's mind, but for an epic, pre-modern age. And here I'm quoting, or misquoting, to not very good effect, a critic, Jack J. Jorgens, who wrote a book on Shakespeare and the films. I'm very grateful to him for what he said. I'm going to leave out the good things and the bad ones. There are also some other quotes that I'll refer to because it does sum up the intention behind the film. The visual style of the film mirrors the marriage at the center of the play, which is not that of Othello and Desdemona, but the perverse marriage of Othello and Iago. Part of the cinematic language is born of Othello's romantic, and here we come to that word, his romantic and his heroic nature, which we embody, I attempted to, and here it says that I did, by vast spaces, monumental buildings, the sky, sea, and rocks, the brute fortress. And these walls, these vaults and corridors echo and repeat and reflect and multiply like so many mirrors of the eloquence of Shakespeare's tragedy. At least that's the intention. Now, the grandeur and simplicity are the Moors. The dizzying camera movements, the tortured compositions, the grotesque shadows and insane distortions. They're of Iago, for he is the agent of chaos. In Shakespeare's verbal terms, Iago's masterpiece is to reduce Othello's lyricism to bursts of confused logic, shattered syntax, obsessive repetitions, and unconscious puns. Lie with her, lie on her. We say lie on her when they belie her, lie on her, zoons, and so on. I can't quote it exactly right, but it's a total disintegration. And the attempt of our camera was to create that sense of vertigo, a feeling of tottering instability, culminating, of course, in Othello's epileptic seizure, the murder of Rodrigo, and Othello's dizzying final fall. Now, in Venice, Iago's attempts to sow discord are frustrated. He's but a shadow on the canal, or a lurking whisperer, a threat, a possibility. The civilized order of Venice is embodied in rich, harmonious architecture, placid canals, and in the symmetrical altar at which Othello and Desdemona are married. In Cyprus, at the frontier of the civilized world, the restraints of Venice are lifted, art, luxury, and institutions are taken away, and the longer we're in Cyprus, the more the involuted Iago style triumphs over the heroic and lyrical Othello style in the film. Venetian Christianity is overpowered by paganism. Christian images appear, but they're put to perverse use. Othello's killing of Desdemona is a dark ritual recalling the wedding in Venice, but now he puts out the candles at the altar. And sounds in Cyprus, winds, shouts, echoing footsteps, slamming doors. They become surreally loud, moving shadows distort the human figure. Characters are separated by tremendous distances, and yet there's an increasing feeling of confinement. Ceilings bear down, walls become overpowering. The world seems to be closing in. In the play, one of Iago's favorite images is that of the net, the snare, the web, making him a fisherman, a hunter, a spider. With as little a web as this, will I ensnare as great a fly as Cassio, he says. And our camera holds that image before the camera's eyes and plays variations on it. We see it through the grate which Desdemona passes to escape her father, the net that holds her hair in Cyprus, the ship's rigging, the rack of spears, and the fortress, and the windows and doors of Othello's bedroom. In the end, Iago is caught in his own mesh. Always hovering above him is the iron cage where the sun will scorch him and the gulls will peck at his flesh. Again, my thanks to Jack J. Jorgens and to Andre Bazin, whom I quoted in the midst of all that, or misquoted again. But now, having laid all that heavy stuff on you, I think I'd better explain how circumstance itself had a lot to do with the determination of our style.